Alright, we got another quarterfinals match here. It's going to be winner's bracket between Rykic and xymbii. Just getting these picks and bans out of the way. It's going to be Nomad 6 DT3 from Rykic. And Hard Rock 1 DT2 from xymbii. And we're going to have DT4 as our first pick from xymbii. This is the Control Alt DT Air 10.3. Neither of these players should be having any trouble on the reading part. It's just going to be about who's going to hit some of these cut bursts, alt patterns, snap aim, that kind of thing. Both players looking pretty comfortable on this intro section. Nobody gets caught on that little triple as we get into the first ki here. And both players still holding through that first section. xymbii going to be pulling ahead with that 1% AC lead. This first break is going to be huge, provided it's not a trade, because that score is just going to shoot up once someone breaks, and it's going to be xymbii first. Rykic going to start running away with this one. Finally does break, but not before securing a 130k score lead by this break. Looked like that was a slider break, but does miss. So xymbii has this recovery combo, not anymore. Unfortunately, might be locked out of coming back from this deficit now. Still at about 130k. Not much of the map left to go. Both players are holding pretty strong in this ending. Looks like this is going to be a breakpoint for Rykic. Who's going to end just over 750k. It's a very solid score. Unfortunate first pick for xymbii. Did put up a pretty strong 590k. Both players only missing once, but Rykic very well prepared for that pick. Maybe just getting those first map nerves out of the way. Especially going straight into such a high octane map can be pretty nerve-wracking. That adrenaline just fires up right away. It's going to be Nomad 2 out of Rykic, who's going to take a bit of a break here. We'll just have to wait a couple minutes here, but we're going to be playing the Flow Aim Nomad. Some large spaced patterns, some cut streams, some extremes. But definitely by far the most flow heavy map in the pool. Only 160 BPM though, so that should not be an issue on the tapping side. And we'll be getting right into the map. There are definitely some RNG patterns, some stuff that's really hard to hold combo on. We'll see if either of these players are able to do so. The first of those patterns is coming up pretty soon. It's going to, if one player is able to hold through this large stream coming up here, then that'll give a very large advantage to one player, but actually xymbii does hit it, but broke just before. So with that trade from Rykic, we're going to go back to relatively even scores here. xymbii with a slight advantage in the accuracy and combo. It's going to pull ahead a little bit, about 20k. We'll extend that lead by just a bit as we get into this next PI. Rykic does find another break on that stream right there. And another one as the build up into the Ki. xymbii still holding strong, extending this lead over 100k at this point with only about a third of the map left to go. This might be a back-to-back breakpoint. xymbii finally does drop, but Rykic trades that out. And with that, I think it's going to be both players picking their first map for each other, which is always fun to see. xymbii going to round out this 500k by the end of the map. And both players kind of getting wrecked by that last stream, not too surprising. But either way, it's just going to even out that score. 1-1. An unfortunate low roll from Rykic, it seems. Definitely happens though. Match, anything can happen. So it's going to be going back to xymbie's pick here on Hard Rock 3. This is going to be the rhythm, accuracy, flow type of map in the Hard Rock pool. But both of these players are going to be feeling pretty comfortable on this skill set, I believe. But this is one of the more challenging maps of the pool. We'll see how they do. xymbii struggling a little bit on the act in that intro section, but should be able to recover nicely. But not expecting to see particularly high accuracy on a map like this. We get into this first 1/3 section. See if anyone gets caught by any of these flow patterns. Neither player does, and we're going to get back into the 1/4, and Rykic finds the first slider break. Let's see if xymbii can hold through these back and forth triples, and they do. Going to be taking that lead for now. Rykic, another slider break. As we get into the slow section, xymbii going to be building up that combo lead, score lead by quite a bit here. Even though the accuracy is not too high, the max score on this kind of map is going to be pretty low because of that. So this 100k score lead is looking pretty big. Going to be very difficult for Rykic to come back into this one, especially because xymbii is holding it through this section, getting back into this 1/3 ki. And is just nailing all of this, really. Slightly behind on accuracy, but 94 on both players is to be expected on a map like this. Oh, and xymbii finally does find that slider break. But this 250k score lead probably not going to go away anytime soon. Even though Rykic does have this very nice recovery combo here, there's just not enough map left. The density of the map is pretty low, and there is a Rykic breaking on that slider. So it's going to be a point over to xymbii. Very strong score from xymbii. 650k. going to be in the higher end of the scores on this map, for sure. Seems like that was a one slider break play, possibly two. May have missed one. Going back to Rykic's pick here. Rykic did win on that DT4 right away, so might be going for something more control heavy, but actually going to go straight for aim. Be no mod 4. Pretty much just standard aim with the addition of some fast sliders. FCing through this first section is going to be very important for these players, as there is a pretty lengthy filler section afterwards, so anyone who comes out of the first ki with the combo advantage is going to push their lead by quite a lot. We'll see if these players are able to do so. Because it pretty much guarantees that you're going to get over 500k if you're able to hit this first section. So maybe not the best map for a tournament, but this map is Aura, so all good. Oh my goodness, Rykic breaks on the intro. So that's pretty unfortunate, but as long as Rykic's able to hold through the first ki, I don't think it'll be a game loser or map losing mistake. Only behind by about 80 combo or so. And here we go. So far, no breaks from either player in this section. And they both make it out. Going to be building up their combos here. xymbii going to increase the score lead by just a little bit before we get into the next hard section of the map. It is possible to miss on this section, but pretty unlikely. Another player gets caught out by those corner buzz sliders, which is always good. I don't think anyone's broke on those yet. Alright, holding here is going to be vital to winning this point. Whoever breaks first is going to be at a huge disadvantage. But these players just don't want to break. Okay, if Rykic loses from that early miss, that is going to be so unlucky. Both players hit that, okay. That might be the end of the map, to be honest. Oh, but xymbii breaks! Is there enough time? Is there enough time? I think there is. Rykic's score is just shooting up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Takes it back on the very last pattern. Oh, Rykic actually almost lost to that early miss, but barely it takes it back right at the end there. Very close point between these two players. Just by the skin of his teeth, Rykic securing his own pick, evening out the score to 2-2. xymbii now going to go into Hard Rock 4. This is the mixed control, slider, aim map in Hard Rock Pool. So more aim focused than the Hard Rock 3, and definitely easier to act. And xymbii, having won that Hard Rock 3, maybe feeling pretty good at this one. Rykic will be sight reading, so this should prove interesting. Might get jump scared by a few choice patterns in this map. Alright, here we go. So we've got slider aim, and we're gonna have these cut bursts in just a moment. These first ones, definitely easier than the ones coming later in the map. These ones you just have to snap to each double. Rykic, slider breaks right before this cut section. But xymbii is going to find a slider break of his own soon afterwards. And Rykic actually, with the sight read buff, is doing just fine on Act at this 98.3, so he's in the lead still. Find another misaim on that slider. xymbii holding on to this 300 combo should be able to take the lead if they're able to hold through this next cut section right here. Both players hit the whole thing, so that's going to put xymbii in the lead by about 50k. As we get into this ending, both players holding S ranks. Bunch of slider breaks. Alright, but now we've got some funny little flow patterns here. And Both players hitting them so far. Hit that square as well. Oh my god. I mean, xymbii is really holding strong here. Rykic doesn't really have enough time for a comeback, even if xymbii were to break. So I think it's going to be a S-rank sight read, 500k. Very nice from Rykic, but unfortunately not going to be enough to beat xymbii's score of 650k. And now we're going over to GT1. This is a speed aim, as is all the GT1s so far in this tournament. This is going to be 330 BPM, 165 alt. Air 10.3, of course. So, I mean, Rykic did win that previous Air 10.3 map, and might be relying on that to take this point. This is the first time this map has not been banned so far. But we'll see this for the first time. I'm assuming people are banning this because it's too easy, but I'm not sure. Like, there's a lot of, I mean, as long as you're confident on the skill set, there should be a lot of free combo in this map, and the ending does spike a bit. But yeah, I'm not totally sure why this has been getting banned so much. So yeah, it's kind of just going to be a control alt for a little while with some of these larger aim patterns mixed in there occasionally. Both players looking really strong on this so far, so yeah, maybe this map just has a lot of filler and people don't want to roll the dice on it. Both players with the exact same accuracy as well. Rykic drops down by 1/100, but we'll see who's able to hold on throughout the second half of the map, especially the last quarter. Some of these patterns get pretty spaced. Yeah, a bunch of this filler section going to be boosting their score here. So anyone who breaks is going to find themselves quickly falling behind in score. And it's going to be Rykic, the first one to drop. xymbii trades it out right after, though. Rykic not happy about that miss. Down by about 20k with only the ending left to go. He really needs to hit all of this, as well as probably a break from xymbii in order to take this back. And there's one, but there's not the other. I mean, it's so close, though. Like, one miss could actually just change this. I don't know if there's enough. No, there's not enough patterns. Not anything to really miss on. So actually, it's going to go over to xymbii by less than 10k. So xymbii going up by 1 breakpoint here. xymbii's gonna go for no mod 3. A little more of that control alt style that we just saw, though not as aim focused as that DT1. This map has a longer ending spike compared to DT1. Takes up like the last third of the map or something. Maybe the last quarter. So hopefully we won't see too many breaks before then. See who's just able to hit the ending. Very early break out of Rykic, but not going to be a big deal. I guess unless both players FC the map, but we didn't see that out of No Mod 4, and I don't think we'll see that out of No Mod 3 either. Rykic does drop on that circle pattern. xymbii going to pull ahead here. But judging by the previous map, it does seem that Rykic is a little bit tilted, unfortunately. Going to be breaking on that cut stream previously. And as we get into this ending, xymbii would need to chain miss quite a lot of this in order to throw the point. But it does not look like xymbii is going to do that. Actually, neither player wants to chain miss at all. Oh man, Rykic hit the entire ending, but was not able to hold throughout the beginning of the map, so going to be a tough break there. Going to go straight into Hard Rock 2. Hopefully just shaking off that map. And this is just going to be precision aim at 200 BPM. something that Rykic should feel very comfortable on. But now with xymbii at match point, it's going to be a tough battle here for Rykic. This map was pooled in SRS just a week or two ago, so I believe both of these players are playing that tournament. Could be wrong. So it should be pretty familiar. However, xymbii does miss pretty early, giving Rykic a 200 combo advantage here. Going to be pulling ahead with that score. As we get into the first chorus here. xymbii did ban that Hard Rock 1, knowing that Rykic, of course, very strong on that Hard Rock aim. And so far, it does seem that that ban was warranted. Rykic looking very comfortable so far. xymbii has been able to recover this combo after that early miss, but until Rykic misses, xymbii doesn't have too much of a chance here, already falling behind by about 130k. And we're getting to this last break. We're going to see each other's scores. About a 200k lead for Rykic. And only about a quarter of the map left to go. As long as Rykic holds just for a little bit longer, it will become unwinnable for xymbii. Probably wants to get over about 800k. And both players are going to miss on that back and forth, so going to be securing that point for Rykic. Still a very impressive score from Rykic. xymbii put up a pretty strong 600k, but not going to be enough here. Going to be finishing up about 850k is Rykic. Very, very good score. And now we've only got a couple maps left to go in this pool. Every map will be played in the chance that this does go to tiebreaker. So we've only got 2 maps left. xymbii going to go for No Mod 1 first, of course, which makes sense because No Mod 5 is also precision. All right, loading in to Summer Fever. This is our 240 BPM awkward aim. Pretty well-known map here. xymbii finds that first break. And Rykic makes it out of the intro. FC intact, going to be building up on this slow section. Trying to stave off xymbii's match point. Into this first ki here, Rykic breaks right away. xymbii does have a chance, but will actually be trading that, leaving Rykic back in the driver's seat here in this map. Both players hit that back and forth. That one's pretty challenging. Rykic with a very slight combo lead here. That 20k score lead probably not going to move very much until the next ki. But, I mean, players could break on this section. This map doesn't really let up very much, even in the slower sections. But both players going to make it to the next ki, no problems. A miss from either player here is going to be deadly if it doesn't get traded out. Both players make it out with combos intact. Both looking very locked in after those early breaks. This score lead has not moved at all. It's still 30k as we get into the last hard section of this map. It's just going to be up to who holds longer. And it's going to be Rykic with the first miss. xymbii needs to hold on for just a few more seconds in order to close this match out. And I think they've done it. Yeah, if xymbii were to miss right now, I don't think there's nearly enough time. But xymbii's just not going to miss, actually. Going to close out this match 6-3. So, xymbii maybe lying a bit on that 400k. So congrats to xymbii for moving on in the winner's bracket here. Going to be going up against the winner of, I believe, Carlos Flow and Jackpacks. So a difficult opponent either way, especially as we get into the semifinals pool. And Rykic dropping down into the losers bracket to play, let's see, well, a tournament square still need to play. The winner of that goes to go up against Misha Awa. And then the winner of Misha Awa versus that winner will be playing against Rykic in the semifinals. We'll be taking a short break here. Next match is happening in about 15 minutes, and there's another match straight away after that. So don't go anywhere if you want to watch some more quarterfinals matches here. We'll be right back.